It is Saturday, February 26th in the NBA, and I'm back with my 3 best picks of the day. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's recap yesterday. A weird day in the NBA, a 2-2 day overall for us, just losing a little bit of juice. Now, our best bet of the day cashes with ease. Bam Adebayo over in rebounds. Now, what also wasn't a sweat bet, Jalen Suggs over 24.5 PRAs, because that guy decided, no, I'm just going to go out there and foul, as he ends up with 4 PRAs, 6 turnovers, 6 fouls. I don't even know what the heck he was doing. Mikal Bridges bet on his under himself, so great job to him on a great payday, because he only attempts 7 field goal attempts. Really weird when the line comes out at 16.5. Then as the day goes on, it drops all the way down to 14.5. I think there's a little bit of insider info there. But either way, James Harden clutches up our added play of the day over 16.5 rebounds plus assists. So 2-2 day overall. Our Heat -5 lean did hit, but we're not going to count that. So we appreciate it. Still 24-7 run. Having a great month of February overall. If you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. We're closing in on 27,000 subscribers. Let's keep it going, baby. And if you want to, click that like button too. We appreciate it. Let's keep killing it. We have 7 games on the slate. Not going to be touching that Pistons versus Celtics game, which is an early tip-off at, I believe, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Don't like to touch afternoon games, but I have 3 final notes. Number 1, thank you guys all for coming out to the live stream. To the people that did come out, we had our weekly live stream on Friday. Now we will have our next one coming up on Wednesday, so a quick turnaround. So we appreciate it for coming out to that one. Number 2, of course, I responded to all the comments from last Friday's kind of video where I talked about different merchandise or different things we can add to the channel. Excited to bring a couple new things to the channel coming, maybe probably in March, and we'll probably have some merch by the end of March, maybe April-ish. We'll see exactly. I'll let you guys know. Number 3, shout out to all our new COS All-Stars. If you want to become an All-Star and support the channel even more, I would personally really appreciate it. Click that join button on the channel or click the link in the pinned comment down below. I know it's been giving a little bit of people some fits. I don't know why the All-Star link doesn't work all too well, but if you want to click the link in the description or in the comment section, I think that one should work. Either way, here are all the new people that joined the All-Stars, and we appreciate it. Boo Boo's brother, always supporting the channel. Brandon, Erica, Amanda, OP, Che, who knows, Maddie Ice, Gregory, Tuan Dang, Chevelle SS, Lennox, Eddie Vibes, Sarah Parks, just the letter S, but I appreciate you, Gerard, Ben, and Andy. You guys are the real MVPs. We appreciate it. And you guys helped me wake up after a morning like Jalen Suggs just did to us yesterday and Mikal Bridges. But either way, we're going to keep getting after it. Consider becoming an all-star, like I said, and I'll shout you out in tomorrow's video. Now, my final note, if you don't have a Caesars Sportsbook account, you should consider opening one if it is legal in your state. Now, consider opening one with the link down below. Now, if you deposit at least $50, Caesars is going to match that with a free deposit free bet up to $1,500. So definitely go check it out. Sign up below. Use our sign up link because it helps support me out over here at Calling Our Shot. So definitely go check it out. Let's waste no more time though. And get into the best bet of the day, which since December 10th, it's been on a ridiculous run. 48-21 over that time span, nearly 70% hit rate, up over 20 units on just the best bet of the day. So hopefully we can keep that streak going. Today we're taking about the squarest play that I think I could have found on the slate. DeMar DeRozan over 29.5 points, -115 on DraftKings. Now, when I went to bed last night, this was 29.5 on every single sportsbook. Felt a little bit disrespected for DeRozan. It is slowly starting to creep up to 30.5, and trust me, I'm fine with 30.5. The guy's been unstoppable, and I know it's about the squarest play you could pick on the slate. Man, honestly, I think it's probably been the squarest pick you could play for the last 3 weeks, and he's been crushing it. He's averaging 28.3 points per game this season, a career high. His biggest thing, he scored 35-plus points in 8 straight games. He has 8 straight games of 35-plus points, which is 2 games away from tying Michael Jordan for the most 35-point consecutive games in Bulls history. So I imagine he wants to keep lighting it up to get back into those record books. The craziest part, he's been doing it, shooting it efficiently as heck. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's been over 50% from the field in all of those games. I think last game was like 15 or 17 for 21 from the field. This guy's been ridiculous, and we obviously know he's great at getting to the free throw line as well. Got the attempts, I believe, almost 8 free throws a game. And look, it's a great matchup versus the Grizzlies, who have struggled to really guard opposing small forwards and guards. They've really just struggled to guard a lot of positions. And look, John Morant, Desmond Bain, and Zaire Williams, they all can't guard him. They're going to probably put Desmond Bain on him, I'd imagine. But now that those guys can guard him, their best defender, Jaren Jackson Jr., he can't guard him either. So I don't really know who they're going to match up against. DeMar DeRozan, I think he's just going to continue to cook them. Now, these teams did play back on January 17th. DeRozan didn't really play well. He shot 10 for 24, scoring just 24 points, 4 free throw attempts. A weird game. Zach LaVine was not there, but I think if we get another good game of field goal attempts, 20-plus, 24-plus-ish field goal attempts, we should see a good game from DeRozan once again. I expect the Bulls to continue, and this game should be a pretty close one. The spread is like 1 to 2 points, and the over-under 236.5 points. I don't see him getting very close to that if DeMar DeRozan is not cooking. So we'll be relying on Mr. DeRozan to get 29.5 points. I know it's a square play, but we're going to keep running it back until he hurts us. The guy's been that good. So I like it up to 30.5 as well. Now moving on to my next play. As the dogs are barking outside, maybe some dogs will bark today in the real NBA. We're going to De'Aaron Fox over 23.5 points, minus 110 on the FanDuel. Now, a lot of people got hurt last game by Fox by taking his over, as well as a lot of people got hurt by taking whatever his crypto/NFT scam was. I have no idea what was going on with that, but I do trust Mr. De'Aaron Fox to get it done today. And look, you can agree, we can all agree that maybe that NFT thing was very confusing, but I think Fox needs to push that drama aside and go out with a big game, because I don't know what the heck's going on there. But look, you look at last game against Denver. Obviously, these two teams are playing they played yesterday or last game in Sacramento. They're playing this one in Denver. He scored only 20 points on 8 of 18 shooting, but only 2 free throw attempts as the dogs continue to bark, but we're going to keep pushing through. Now, prior to that, he had hit this over in 8 of his last 9 games, so I'll happily take the point discount on this one. Look, it was 24.5 points in his last game against Denver. Obviously, only scored 20. I think he gets it done today. Now, prior to that game, he had scored 30 points, 24, and 24 in his previous 3 against the Nuggets, and the 30 points coming earlier, I believe, back in January. And look, the Nuggets don't have a lot of rim protection. They have Nikola Jokic, who I always say is a great paint protector, not a rim protector. So Fox can get in there, should be able to finish at will. And look, the Kings are on the road today, and you might say, well, that's not great for Fox, right? No, actually, it's really great for him. At home, Fox is averaging just 20.3 points per game. On the road, he bumps it up to 23.7, a full 3.4 points per game higher. I think he continues to raise that over today. He should be attempting a ton of shots. Look, Sabonis is not attempting 23 field goal attempts like he did last game. Should see Fox be the leader on field goal attempts for this team. I think he has a good chance of getting it done. Now, here's a stat for you. As we saw, Fox had 18 field goal attempts in the last game, had 18 plus in a lot of these consecutive games. 19 of the last 25 players with 18 plus field goal attempts for Denver have hit this over 23.5 points. Obviously, Fox was one of those 6 guys to go under, but I think the volume will be there to carry him over. So we'll take Mr. De'Aaron Fox. We'll take his over 23.5 points, and Fox we trust, and I think he can get it done for us. Now, back to our spread pick lean of the day. We've been cashing a couple of these in a row, so probably should make them official, but normally once I make them official, it's an auto L, and I don't really want to make an official play that I don't have any money financially tied into these plays. So we're just going to give you this lean, and we're not going to count it towards a record win or loss. I like the Cavaliers team total under 108.5 points. Now, I don't really like any of the spread picks on the slate, so you don't really need to ask me which one I like, because I don't really love them, but I like this under here, and I know it's the Wizards. They just gave up 157 points in double overtime, but this Cavaliers team, I don't know how they're going to score, because they're down Darius Garland, they're down Rajon Rondo, they're down Karis LeVert. Brandon Goodwin will play a bigger role, but look, this team's not going to have a good offensive chemistry, and they're going to really struggle to score the basketball. And if they can't get it in transition, they're probably going to waste 24 seconds on the shot clock every single time. So I do like their team total under. Do what you want with it. Won't count it towards my record win or loss. Now, my last play of the day and I don't think we'll have any added plays today. Don't really want to force anything on a Saturday NBA slate, but it is, Bogdan Bogdanovic over 24.5 PRAs, minus 103 on Barstool. I think 24.5 is the line all across the boards. Hopefully this one doesn't change too much. Now, I really like Trae Young's over in assists today. I think Clint Capella has a pretty good game again, but I like what I've seen out of Bogdan Bogdanovic. So I'm going to consider running back with him today. Now, after struggling with injuries really the majority of the season, Bogdan really coming on as of late, and the Hawks, boy, oh boy, do they need it, because they were down John Collins. Obviously, they're one of their secondary scorers, and now Lou Williams is out, and potentially DeAndre Hunter is out. He's dealing with an illness right now. So last game, we saw Bogdan say, you know what, we don't need no rebounds or assists. He had 27 points alone hitting this over. Now, he also chipped in 5 rebounds and 3 assists, easily hitting this over with 35 PRAs. And I expect more of that today, because over the last 5 games, he's at 32, 34, 30, 30, and 35 PRAs. Cashing this in, the 35 was this most recent game. Cashing this in 4 of the past 5 games. Obviously, those most recent 4 are all without John Collins, who is again out today. His one miss when he had 20 PRAs was against Cavaliers, pretty good defense. He only had 8 field goal attempts in that game. Really weird one. That won't be the case today. He should be shooting it a bunch. Now, the Hawks have kind of shifted his role. He's now a 6-man of the year, 6-man kind of guy, and I think it's really good for him. And now, obviously, he's coming off the bench with arguably this best 6-man of the year of the NBA history. history with Lou Williams. Well, he's out today. He's still been playing 30-ish, 35 minutes. And I think he gets it done today against the Raptors, a team that he plays notoriously pretty well against. In his last 3 versus Toronto, 27, 27, and 33 PRAs, cashing in all 3 games. We know the Hawks are at home today, which is good for Bogdan. He shoots much better at home, 3% better from the field, 5% better from three-point land. And look, the Raptors are coming off a terrible loss, so I think they can keep this game a little bit closer than they did yesterday because they didn't even try yesterday. Fred VanVleet was apparently out partying pre-game and post-game and during game because I don't know what that was. The Raptors got blown out. But we saw Kelly Oubre had 28 PRAs off the bench yesterday for the Hornets, knocking down a lot of threes. I think Bogdan Bogdanovic will play that same role, knocking down a lot of shots, playing with that second unit that I think he'll do pretty well on. So we're relying on him. I think the Raptors are going to try to stop Trae Young, obviously, as they should. And I think we'll see Bogdan get loose a little bit today. So I'll keep it short and sweet. He's my 3rd favorite play of the day, and that's why I ride with Bogdan Bogdanovic over 24.5 PRAs. We're riding with, of course, De'Aaron Fox over 23.5 points. And the best bet of the day, a square play, DeMar DeRozan over 29.5 points. I appreciate you all for coming out to the video. If you want to become a COS All-Star, click the join button on the channel or click the link in the pinned comment down below. Hopefully the pinned comment one works a little bit better than the description one for whatever reason. Also, check out that Caesar Sportsbook sign-up bonus if you are interested. Helps me out over here. Let's have a great Saturday. Let's have a great weekend. And I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.